we have already moisturized the arm with Eucerin, which is the absolute best moisturizer because of the pH balance in the arm. Okay, so we are starting with Tricofix, and we are going to go ahead and put that on the arm, like that. And we have made a hole for the thumb, but we're not going to go ahead and put that on yet because we have finger bandages to place. This is called barrel up, and you want to start your bandage barrel up, not barrel down, and think of a snail when you are unrolling the bandage, and because it's easier to unroll the bandage barrel up. Okay, so you're going to start with the bandage at the wrist, one time around the wrist only. And the elastomule, this is elastomule here, the elastomule does have elasticity to it, and you do not want to pull on this bandage at all. You just merely want to lie it on the hand. So one time around the wrist only, and you're going to go 2 times around each finger. That is 1, 2, and then you're going to come underneath the wrist, over the top of the hand to the next finger. 1, 2, under the wrist, over the hand, to the next finger. 1, 2, under, over the hand, to the next finger. 1, 2, over the hand, under the wrist, to the next finger. 1, 2, and then you're going to tack this with some paper tape. A small piece is adequate, just like that. And then you're going to go ahead and place your hole that you have put for your thumb. Now, the way that you know that you have done this correctly is the palm of your hand will be open, like that. Okay, then you're ready to start your Artiflex. This is a 10 centimeter Artiflex, and again you want to start this barrel up. Okay, you've already made your hole for your thumb, and this goes on the top of the hand, and in a 50% repetition up the arm like so. Okay, and then if you feel that you need some more, this is a 15 centimeter Artiflex, and you can run this out with the 15 centimeter to the top of the arm. Okay, now, and then you can go ahead and just tear that off, and then tack this down by folding your Tricofix over it. Okay, now you're ready for your Comprelin bandages, which are completely different than Ace Wraps. These are short stretch bandages. They only stretch about a ½ inch. If you were to put an Ace Wrap on a lymphedema arm, you would actually cut off the circulation. So we use Comprelin bandages, which are especially made for lymphedema. Again, they only have a ½ inch stretch to them. So you're going to start, again, barrel up right at the wrist, one time only around the wrist, and then you're going to go in between the web of the hand, and you're going to have to fold that down because the webbing of the hand isn't as wide as your 6 centimeter Comprelin. And then you're going to go in back of the thumb and in front of the thumb, and in back of the thumb and in front of the thumb. You want to make sure your patient has her hand stretched out in front and in back, and in front and in back. And you want to do this about 4 times And then you have the patient make a fist and press into your chest. And then you're going to go about 1 finger repetitions up the arm, like so. Now another way to do this, I'm going to undo this. Another way is to do a herringbone, which is a better form of compression. And that is actually making crosses, like so, in about a 50% repetition, up and down. When you run out your bandage, you want to tack it with either paper tape or masking tape. And then you're going to start your next bandage in the softest part of your first bandage. So you want to press on that. This is the softest part of my last bandage, so I'm going to start my herringbone here. You always want to start a diagonal. I'm going to tack that just to ease my job here. You always want to make it a diagonal so that you catch the tail from the last bandage. These are your tails. You want to catch that tail and continue your herringbone up and down, up and down, up and down in a 50% repetition. Go ahead and continue pressing there. Now, when you get to the elbow bend, you're going to make a X at the elbow. So here's my half of my X. You're going to come around the largest part of the upper arm, come down, and you want to finish your X. This takes the friction off of the elbow when the patient bends their elbow. It takes the friction off of that, okay? And then you want to cover that X like it's not even there in 1 finger repetitions, like so. This is an 8 centimeter Cumberland, by the way. And again, tacking that with tape. Okay. Then you're going to feel, again, for the softest part of that last bandage, and that's where you're going to start your third bandage. And I feel we need to start it about right here. Now this is a 10 centimeter Cumberland. Again, you want to start at a diagonal. Like so. And continuing your spirals up the arm. And you can go into a 2 finger repetition now. Okay, and this is still soft. So by firming this up, we need 1 more bandage. Okay, and that's where your next 10 comes in. Again, barrel up. And I'm going to start this about right here. Palpating that, that's where I feel that the the firming goes to the soft, and I'm going to firm it up by continuing with 1 more bandage. Now if you find that you're getting too high, you can, without any tension on your bandage, you can just run the bandage out by coming back down, like so. And I'm going to have you hold that for a minute. You want to make your last pieces of tape really long so the patient doesn't pull them off when he or she is sleeping. Okay, and then the Trichofix can go right over that. And you want to make sure that the patient can touch her nose, and that ensures that you haven't gotten it on too tight. Okay, and we're done.